know what, we never know. And I don't want it to be like so. Now make I show you a thing or two. All the things that I fit to do. Let's get this party started, oh yeah. Let's get this party started, oh yeah. This station does you frustrate.
Yes, it's now time for People and Event. Remember, this segment connects you to the heartbeat of our communities. I'll be back after this break. Glad to have you back. In a bid to uphold the tenet of Islam, Muslim faithful were urged to walk the path of righteousness and love throughout the Ramadan period and beyond. Sheikh Ajani Bello stated this at the 2026 Ebumawe Annual Ramadan Lecture held in Agoiwoye.
For Muslims to remain spiritually upright, they must consistently uphold the principles of kindness, compassion, and generosity. Sheikh Abibullah Ajani Bello, following the footsteps of his late father, Sheikh Muhyiddin Ajani Bello, enjoyed the Ummah to promote strong community ties. He stressed that support should be extended to all people, regardless of their faith or tribe. Speaking on the theme, maintaining sincerity in worship beyond Ramadan, the guest speaker says the topic highlights the importance of staying committed to Islamic values even after the fasting season.
Ramadan has brought a lot of blessings to us, and we should continue with those blessings to share among ourselves. Yeah? That will give us a strong strength. It will possess a good unity among others, both Muslims, Christians, the pagan, and all whoever it is. Okay? But if we desist from giving, from having mercy on ourselves, it's going to cause a lot of problems. The challenges we are facing today in the country is based on ingrate and injustice that is happening within ourselves. And once the Ramadan has brought blessings to us, justice to us, we should try as much as possible. Let us keep it up and let it continue even after Ramadan.
Guests at the lecture corroborate the Sheikh's message, noting that Ramadan serves as a catalyst for spiritual growth, religious tolerance, and national development. They describe the gathering as a vital spiritual recharge for the community.
Only one God. You don't need to fight for God. You should preach peace, love, and justice. To tell you that God knows everything. God is omnipresent, omniscience. That's why the two fasting periods coincide. It's to each other. You can see today, I'm a Christian and I'm here today to come and participate in the Ramadan lecture. That's the way that we are only serving the same God, but the method and way we are using to serve Him is different.
Attitude, you have to change our ways. Most of us are backbiters. You know, we are not truthful. We don't have integrity. So you have to change all that. We have to love our fellow humans. We have to support them. All figures are not equal. Not that your fellow will come to you for assistance. You know, if you can't help, but rightly tell the person, not that you'll be mocking the person. I look at this guy. Those days he used to be so now. See what has become of him. So you have to care for our fellow, love them, support them in our own little way.
Those who are fasting now, after Ramadan, make sure you do the same thing. Make sure you observe your prayer. Make sure you do good to others. So, and that is what is important.
The Ebumawe of Agoiwoye, Oba Abdulrazak Adenigba, notes that he organizes the annual event to thank Allah for His mercy and guidance over his life and the kingdom.
The continuity is nothing but for me to glorify Almighty Allah. That on the throne, I still know what is Almighty Allah. I still know what is Al Quran. And I realize that people that have known me for my commitment to Islam, so when I come then every year for this lecture, they're all happy to come around and for us to glorify Almighty Allah.
The Muslim community in Agoiwoye and beyond use the occasion to offer special prayers for the monarch, his family, and the continued peace of the town.
The Association of Nigerian Private Medical Practitioners, or TAZON, says it is strengthening professional excellence and collaboration among members as it hosts its biennial party and award ceremony in Ota, Ogun State. The association notes that the gathering celebrates education, resilience, and outstanding contributions to private health care delivery within the zone. It explained that the colorful event brings together medical practitioners, healthcare stakeholders, dignitaries, and invited guests for an evening of recognition and reflection on progress recorded in the health sector.
Members of Association of Nigeria Private Medical Practitioners, Ota Zone, were in joyous mood as they gathered to celebrate their biennial get-together and award ceremony, an event that had all the trappings of blatant glamour. It also served as the end of the tenure of the executive committee of the association and the inauguration of a new one. The event attracted high personalities, including royal fathers, spouses of medical practitioners, staff, and well-wishers. Awards were given to individuals who have contributed immensely to the resounding success of the association, among other valuable purposes.
We take time out to celebrate ourselves, boost our corporate image, introduce ourselves to the community, and then interact with all manner of people in the society just to show our presence. We take it as part of our corporate social responsibility, interacting with the people so that everybody will know that these doctors you see out there, we are also humans. We can interact, we can celebrate, we could be entertaining at times. So we take time out every 2 years to celebrate ourselves, celebrate our best worker, and interact.
At least once in a while, you should come out of that box and at least do something else. Opportunity for us to enjoy ourselves with our well-wishers, friends and colleagues, people in our community, at least stay away from emergency surgery. So we want to stay away from that at least once in a while, at least once in 2 years. I think there's something bad in that. That's what we're actually doing.
In a speech, the zonal chairman, Association of Nigeria Private Medical Practitioners, Ota Zone, Dr. Olusheye Olufunsho, said the committee has been set up to check the activities of quacks in the medical profession.
One of the quacks was caught performing surgery on an innocent citizen, causing him complications, while the other was caught at a job interview point with fake certificates at the Covenant University Medical Center. The latter has been sentenced to 6 months imprisonment with an apology letter to the Covenant University Hospital, the AMPMP Ogun State, and a public apology. We currently have a joint task force of doctors and registered nurses to fish out more quacks in the zone and in the state by extension, as approved by the Honorable Commissioner for Health.
The government was called upon to scale up monitoring activities in the state as there are more quacks in neighborhoods than can be imagined.
I am happy with the work that we are doing with the Ministry of Health and the AMPMP in repositioning the state in terms of the fight against quackery. But I must say that in any business, there are dealers and there are buyers. I want to accuse most of you in this, those of you who leave practices where qualified doctors are and you go to patronize quacks. You are the #1 culprit. So we want to implore you, stop endangering your lives. These people we talk about don't know anything about how to preserve life.
We believe that every registered facility every facility must be registered. One of the signs to look out for is the signpost. There is a signpost that is given by the Ministry of Health to every approved healthcare facility across the state. So when you get to a place, I'm talking now to the general public, if you get to a place and there is no signpost, you can have it at the back of your mind. That person is likely to be a quack, you know. So the signpost, it is specially designed. You can't miss it. It is coming from the Ministry of Health. So that will give you, you know, a sign.
Distinguished individuals, spouses, best workers, members who have impacted the association positively in one way or another were recognized and celebrated. Some of the awardees said they feel inspired and motivated and will continue to excel in their individual practices and in the profession as a whole.
It's a surprise to me because I never expected it, but I make sure I do my contribution to the association.
Honored, I feel proud, and I appreciate the MPMP Otazone for doing this for me. I really appreciate them.
Happy with what?
And now to our solemn story for the week. It was a week of solemn reflection and heartfelt celebration in Abeokuta, Ogun State, as family members, royal fathers and dignitaries gathered to commemorate 1 year since the passing of the late Asiwaju Babalaje of Egbaland, Olotu Ogoluwa Bankole. The remembrance activities featured a memorial ceremony and garden education at Messeland International Schools, a grand reception in his honor, and a Thanksgiving service at the African Church Cathedral Solution Camp at Abeokuta. OGTV People and Event crew brings these special people and report.
It is a solemn yet colorful gathering in Abeokuta as family, friends and associates converge to honor the memory of the late chairman of Messeland International Group of Schools, Abeokuta, Olotu Ogbolao Ogoluwa Bankole, 1 year after his passing.
Our late chairman was more than a founder. He was a guiding light, a mentor, a firm believer in the power of culture and education. He understood that a school is not just a place where lessons are taught, but also where values are nurtured.
The remembrance ceremony held within the premises of the school drew an array of dignitaries, traditional rulers, and community leaders from across Egbaland and beyond.
Bottom line is he left legacy, and that's what they're leaving, and I really thank God for that, and kudos to the Chief Mrs. Ayodele Anuluapo Bankole, kudos to her and the entire family.
We will never be forgotten because he loved education, and that's why this school is on here. He envisioned Messeland, and Messeland is here. It has become an exemplary institution.
Though he is dead, but today he speaks. How? Why? Because he served God and he served humanity. So everyone, if you want to be speaking, even after dying, we need to serve God and to serve humanity.
A major highlight of the event is the commissioning and dedication of the Messeland Ogoluwa Bankole Garden, a memorial space established within the school grounds to preserve his legacy.
A lot of accusations have been said about Ogoluwa Bankole. All are well said. The most important thing in life is live beyond your life, so that when you are gone, there will be legacy to fall back on. Man proposes, God disposes. So, but in all we do, we should learn how to give thanks to God Almighty. By so doing, we always excel.
Adding color and vibrancy to the day, pupils and students of Messeland International Schools present cultural displays, musical performances, and a fashion parade, symbolic of the educational legacy he leaves behind.
We thank God. There has been ups and downs, but we thank God for being with us. Ijija Ategunfe, but we thank God that we were not carried away. I miss a lot about him. At times, shouting my name, I'm aside the money. There's nobody to do that to me now. I really miss him.
From reflection to celebration, activities continue with a grand reception party held in his honor. From far and near, dignitaries, captains of industry, royal fathers, chiefs and government officials at both state and national levels gather to pay glowing tributes to the late Ashiwaju Babalaje of Egbaland.
It's like a father, like a brother, advisor. It's everything to me. You know, it really helps. That school, Mercy Land, is one of the best schools so far that I can recommend to anybody.
He was a great son, a philanthropist, and a fantastic employer of labor. He was an educationist as well.
One legacy he left that you cannot ever write off is starting a school and giving education to children.
Many recount personal encounters and moments shared with the deceased, describing him as a trustworthy, reliable, and deeply committed to community advancement.
He was one of the members, one of the elders that we look forward to in the character, integrity, contributions to humanity, and service to Egbaland. We look forward to people like him.
I learned to be dedicated to my work. I learned to be focused. I learned to be a go-getter, because Olotu is a go-getter, and I learned to be a dedicated someone, because even in the evening, late in the evening, Olotu will still come around to check the school environment and check how things is going. So I learned to be dedicated and more focused about my life.
He's a very generous man, and we love him.
He was a very good man, a family-oriented man, and a philanthropist. And he had the hearts of every of his family members, and he had the heart of the town itself at heart.
Family members expressed gratitude to guests for their unwavering support since the demise of their patriarch.
We learned a lot from Daddy: integrity, being selfless, having a heart for the people, being simple about life. So many lessons that we can't forget.
Daddy's greatest mantras is that you should always protect your name. The most important thing is to protect your name. Your name is your identity. Your name is your heritage and your legacy. And I think that is speaking for him even after his demise, that we are celebrating him today, and his name and his legacy still lives on.
On behalf of the whole Bankole family, Olotu Ogoluwagbolahan Bankole, I want to sincerely appreciate everyone that has supported me and my children and the entire family in all ways. The Lord in His infinite mercy will continue to bless them. They will not die young. The Lord in His infinite mercy will support them in all ramifications. Thank you to everybody.
The week-long remembrance culminates in a Thanksgiving service at the African Church Cathedral, Solution Camp, Abeokuta. Family, friends, and well-wishers converge to give thanks for a life described as impactful and worthy of emulation.
And that's all we have for you on the People and Events for this week. Many thanks for being there. Do join us next week for another interesting edition. Bye for now.
Let's get this party started, oh yeah. This station got you frustrated, oh yeah. Let's get this party started, oh yeah. If there's anything you want to know, let me know, make I let you know. Cause if you don't ask, you never know. And I don't want it to be like so.
Thank you, Adebola, for that wonderful presentation. It's now to serve you with our forecast against tomorrow. And just before we go, let us remind you that bravery is acknowledging your fear and doing it anyway. And that's our package tonight. Many thanks for being a part of it. Sunday News Watch will be back next week, same time, same station. Keep watching the People's Daily and have a wonderful night rest. Bye for now.